Welcome to the
Peeew.
Filmed in scenic Madison Square Park, where there is a lovely Shake Shack behind us, where you can buy shakes and burgers.
Lots of cute guys walking around.
And just a minute ago, there was a nice Asian couple
Meditating
in the midst of all the hoopla and crazy people.
I think we annoyed them and they moved.
Oh, is that why? That's how
we were making too much noise.
Oh, well, they were making a lot of noise too with their
I thought they were Falun Gong.
That music.
I think they were Falun Gong.
Oh, yeah. That's the
cult.
Cult, yeah. So we're here today to discuss
Talk about a different kind of cult.
Yes, the cult of personality, the cult of nightlife personality, the cult of nightclubs, clubbing, and why it is or is not still thriving.
Michael thinks that the club scene is not thriving right now. I might disagree. I think there is a lot of thriving going on.
There's a lot of thriving going on in police departments.
I mean, the box is thriving. I mean, that's a fun scene.
The box is thriving. It's a fun scene. There are, and you know what? We'll just wait for these cops and robbers to pass by. Members only is actually thriving, and that's, one of the most fabulous clubs I've been to since coming home.
I think Lady Fag's Battle Hymn Party is thriving. Every time I go to it, I enjoy it.
But this is the thing, though. The fact that we can point those 3 or 4 places out and say those things are thriving, and we use those as examples. It's kind of like how they say what do they say, that it's proving it's the exception proving the rule or something like that. Because before there would have been 10 of those on a night.
But there are. I mean,
but there aren't.
Yes, there are. Like
there aren't 10 on a night, Ernie. There just aren't.
Well, it's Saturday night right now, and there's like 20 going on right now, probably.
Probably.
Yeah. Yes, because like you've got places like Output, you've got Shemansky, you've got House of Yes, you've got like so many bars and clubs in Brooklyn that are going on and that are having parties. So, there's a lot of different scenes. I mean, they're not like mega clubs like they were in the early 90s when we were, working in the clubs. But there are lots of scenes. I was trying to explain to Michael that right now what's happened is that everything is really fragmented. So there's like 1,000 scenes in 1,000 bars, and they're not all very big. Whereas before there might have been like 20 clubs and thousands of people in those clubs. Now those thousands of people are all spread out all over Manhattan and Brooklyn.
I agree with that. Then there may be a lot. There are thousands of scenes, but there are lots of scenes.
I think there's 1,000 scenes.
1,000 scenes?
I mean, maybe not all at one time, but there definitely are. There's a lot of scenes.
There are 1,000.
Like for example, if you were to come to Manhattan right now,
1,000.
I mean, there's it's almost 11 o'clock at night. There's like 1 million people walking around on the sidewalks. Go to like any bar. There's like hundreds of bars
that's
within
a
a
good point,
walk.
though. They're walking
short
around
walk
the sidewalks. Why are they walking around?
Because they're
the
all
sidewalks?
going to bars and they're going to some kind of bar, some kind of restaurant, to some kind of scene.
These people don't look like they're going anywhere. They're walking around the sidewalks because there's nothing to do.
No, that's not true, because you're looking at the types of people who are dressed like for bed. But if you look at there's all these women walking around that are wearing like their clubby outfits, high-heeled shoes, Gucci shorts or skirts. They're going to a bar.
Where are they?
Well, when I was walking here to do this episode with you, I saw lots of them, hordes of them.
Those are prostitutes.
On 27th,
those are prostitutes.
They are absolutely
27th Street is prostitutes.
There are no more prostitutes.
There are. Now there are no more prostitutes.
They are all online now. They don't have to walk the streets.
They don't have to.
What century
they just
are
like
you
to
living
because they're
in?
sluts.
What century are you living in?
There are prostitutes on 27th Street. In fact, there are prostitutes right. Where was I last night? Where there was prostitutes right in front of the car, and I was like, oh my God, there are prostitutes right inside the car. Coming home from Birdie's. Yes, I was coming home from Birdie's house last night at 4 o'clock, and that was on 27th Street. There were prostitutes right outside the car. 27th and Park. There's still prostitutes there.
Unbelievable.
Anyway,
I'll have to see that to believe it.
Anyway, they're really low grade prostitutes. They're kind of like crackheads.
Well, I guess if you have to walk the streets, at this point.
I mean, everybody doesn't have Wi-Fi. But
well, if you don't have Wi-Fi, you can't afford me.
But it's the other way around. If you don't have Wi-Fi, it's not they can't afford you. You have to afford them. but the point I was trying to make was that when an industry is new, there are all of these. There's this group of creative geniuses in the world, and when an industry is new, those creative geniuses all flock toward that industry. And in the 80s and 90s, Clubland was still basically.
But was it really new? Like, I mean, there were nightclubs in the 50s and 40s.
Yeah, but
and
no,
60s.
not super clubs. No, they were not super clubs. The idea of the super club started in the 70s, and with Maurice Brahms and Infinity in New York, and Palace. I mean, not Palace. The Studio 54 and the Underground and Infinity and all of those. Xenon, all those clubs. Yes, those were real super clubs, and they were the first ones. And so in the 80s, the industry had just taken off. 80s and 90s. So all of these really smart, creative geniuses were focused on that industry, and those people are focused on an industry when it is new. Right now, the industries that are new are mostly technology based. So those people are all focusing on technology based industries like the Facebooks and the whatever, the Snapchats of the world. And so today's fashion, we'll call it, doesn't go from Calvin Klein to Jordache, or Jordache to Calvin Klein to whatever. It goes from MySpace to Facebook to Snapchat. So like that, there's a hot new, social media or whatever, a new app or whatever. So that's the new fashion. So those creative people are focused on that, and they're not going to go back to something like nightlife because it's not the new thing anymore. So you're just not going to get those people involved in it. And also you were talking about yesterday about the political climate not being conducive to nightlife, and real estate prices in Manhattan anyway, and now Brooklyn probably not being conducive to larger nightclubs where it's cost prohibitive to open a big nightclub, and it's more cost effective to build a skyscraper or condominium.
I don't know if it's cost prohibitive because Brooklyn Steel just opened. I mean, that's a concert venue. I haven't been to it yet.
Well, what part of Brooklyn is it in?
It's way the hell out.
Yes,
it's probably Bushwick, like everything else.
Well, that's where Members Only is. Members Only is the hottest club I've been to in 20 years. It's open till 10 a.m.
Well, you can't even say that, Michael, because in 20 years, the past 17 of those, you were in prison. So.
I think what I said was absolutely correct. It's the hottest club I've been to in 20 years.
You don't go out much.
It's still the hottest club I've been to in 20 years. Okay. I will say that sentence again. The hottest club I have been to in 20 years.
Said by the person who doesn't go out very much.
Well, I just went out last night. I went out to Jordan.
Okay. Well, I'm surprised you did, because you don't go out much.
I don't go out a lot, but but at Members Only, it's open till 10 a.m. There's no roof on the dance floor, so when the sun comes up,
like discussed it before.
Yeah, I mean it's cool, and so it's the exception to the rule, I think.
Yeah, well, I'm going to the closing of Webster Hall tonight.
I'm toying about that. I was with Mitch Holdred and Connor and Hannah, everybody last night, and they were all talking about it, and
well, they all go. They're there.
They work there.
They're there every week.
And so I don't know. Bertie was going to go, but then she had to go upstate for her parents. And so I don't know.
Well, I'm going, because I have lots of fond memories of Webster Hall from the 90s, lots of great parties there. And so, it'll be nice to say farewell, because who knows what they're going to do with it. It's claimed that it will be...
They're going to turn it into a concert thing.
Well, I mean, that's what it used to be.
Buying it.
Well, that's what it used to be. It used to be the Ritz, and I saw lots of great concerts there.
Cabaret Voltaire. Did you see Cabaret Voltaire there?
I don't... I remember seeing the Sisters of Mercy. Love
they're cool. I saw Cabaret Voltaire there. But yeah, it's turning into what Sony's buying it, which is kind of gross. But, I don't think I can say this. Well, maybe I can say it. Stephen Lewis was talking to the owners of Webster Hall, and about opening up another Webster Hall somewhere else.
You mean in addition to the one that is going to be renovated? It's not going to be called Webster Hall?
I don't think it's going to be called Webster Hall anymore. Also, Pasha is opening, the space that was Pasha is opening up as a 5-level super club with a 3,000 capacity in a few weeks or so.
There you go.
And so that
return to the mega clubs.
Maybe the return of the mega club, but it's the only one, really, the only 3,000 capacity in the city. So, we'll see.
See you next time.
No, we're going to break for commercial.
And then what?
We're going to break for commercial, and then we're going to do Bitch Wanna Knows.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Okay, we're back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, and we were going to talk about Bitch Wanna Knows, but Ernie wants to
Bitch got a nose job.
Ernie wants to talk about the House of No, or the House of No, the House of Yes. No?
I suggested talking about the House of Yes's editorial and
God.
papermag.com,
Ooh!
where they heralded the new age of club equality and democracy.
Oh. My favorite part, or least favorite, I don't know, part of the
Yeah,
article.
just mention the word egalitarianism and Michael cringes.
No, I'm cringing at the costume shop that they have outside the club for people who can't come to the club dressed up, and so you put on a costume before you go in. Oh my
because
God!
that's the great equalizer.
Jesus
Now,
criminy.
I will agree with the House of Yes that I would there's nothing I would love more than to go to a club filled with 2,000 people where everybody is turned out in a great look.
Yes,
But not if they're like
not in the
renting.
1999 costume, sexy nurse costume, probably.
Yeah, I mean that I can't get with that.
It's probably just a cheap Halloween costume.
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't been to the House of Yes. But
the reason I have
their
not been
parties
there,
look really good.
Well, the reason I don't like the club, and I haven't been there, but the reason
he doesn't like it.
The reason
He's
I don't
absolutely
want to
sure.
go there is because it seems like such premeditated, like planned spontaneity, the kind that I just hate. And in fact, well, we can't show that. James and I have been laughing at a certain video on Instagram that I will show you of a certain friend of ours who doesn't know how to be spontaneous in clubs. And
who could that be?
she has the video on Facebook, on Instagram that I will show you in the post. But yeah, it's the kind of that kind of planned spontaneity that I don't like. The clubs I like have actual spontaneity, and where just you don't know what might happen. Anything can happen, and probably will. But at these clubs, anything can happen, and you know what's going to happen because it's in the rule book or the playbook. Or
Well, I mean, I don't really have such a big objection to that they are creating spectacles because they are in the business of entertaining their patrons.
I
who
know,
they're
but
charging.
it's also fake.
So, well, part
also
of it is
fake.
fake, but I think that within the context or the framework of planned spontaneity, you can also have mishaps and
Yes.
unexpected things happening.
Yes.
And
Well,
there's where you
see,
have your fun.
And there's where you just proved my point, is that you are looking for the unexpected, not the expected unexpected. So you're hoping for in the midst of all this planned spontaneity, you're hoping that something will go wrong and something, be for some real excitement. So
No,
if,
but
if you're
even-
looking for that to happen, then it just proves that my theory right.
No, because even you at the Limelight in the early 90s would have something like a bouncy castle, which was the
that's
planned
true.
spontaneity.
That's absolutely
and then
right.
within the context of that planned spontaneity, there was some kind of mishap that would happen that would be unexpected, that would be really fun.
That's absolutely right. But
so they're doing the same thing,
well,
in
but
the
it's much more-
2010s.
It's just a lot more safe this way. And we're like Roger Ebert or whatever. The movie critics.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Also, yes.
Thumbs down. See you later.
Bye.